Okay, so I'm going to do a step-by-step on my starter. I'm going to bake 3 loaves of bread. So here we are. I have my bowl, scale, and going to zero that out. I'm going to make 3 loaves, so I use 100 grams of starter per loaf. So I went over 300 grams just for some wiggle room because stuff gets stuck everywhere. So that being said, I'm going to grab my whole wheat starter. See that? It looks crazy. People are always like, sorry, I think I have chocolate on my face. So I made the girls some s'mores. Little graham cracker things. They were super good. But anyways, okay, so I'm gonna do 30 grams of whole wheat starter. I keep mine in the fridge during the week. And before I bake, I always refresh mine and then just put it back in the refrigerator. I don't bake every single day, so I don't need it every single day. But I put this here and I will, sorry, Right after the 30 grams of starter, I'm going to put 150 grams of white flour. So even though this is a whole wheat starter, now I'll just start building with regular bread flour. I use King Arthur. I just feel like it's the highest quality and seems to work well for me. So 150 here. Okay. There we are. And then we're gonna match it with 150 grams of water. Just make sure you zero it out so you don't mess up your count. And 150 grams. Okay, water always moves fast for me, so I'm gonna get a little out of here. And again, I always pull mine and refresh it and put it in the refrigerator. Some people are like, you can pull it from the dough later on. I'm so afraid I'm gonna bake the starter that I've been, you know, taking care of and feeding for so long. So, sorry, don't look at my, I know. My mom got me this fun doohickey thing, so I'm gonna whisk it around, which honestly, before I did this, I keep not doing this, is I was gonna whisk the starter. So we're gonna do one like that and one not and see what happens, because I continually forget steps, but I don't have the spun tool, so maybe it'll mix better. But I use a stiff starter, so it doesn't mix as easy as like those liquidy ones I see on other videos. And me personally, what got me into sourdough was just noticing how long my bread was taking to get old. I just remember when I was a kid, so I'm 36, my bread just used to mold fast. Like we would go to make a sandwich and be green, be mad. I swear, like my bread never turns green. It's just indestructible. So it just kind of was like, I don't feel like that's great to be eating. And then here we are. And now I'm getting chickens and I'm starting my garden. And I just want to be more self-sufficient and yeah. And also I enjoy it. It's just stress reliever for me because I oddly enjoy stress, and this is like a controlled stress that I create on my own. So, all right, there we are. So it'll have like little brown spots in it. All right, I'm gonna do a step 2 and I'm gonna mix the starter because I have some left over, and I'll just give some bread away this week because I don't like to waste it, and I love giving it away. See, there's like big brown chunks. post the other one next and we'll do side by side all the way through. Oh yeah. All right, back again because I want to try to mix my starter with water from the beginning and then add the flour in to build my bigger starter to bake with, because I keep forgetting every time. So I'm gonna do a side by side and see how much of a difference it makes and see if I really need to stress about always forgetting to mix it with the water. But I definitely have like ADD, so I forget sometimes. I have to watch that with myself. So we're gonna do 30 grams of whole wheat starter. The only thing with this starter, I don't use it for a lot of discard recipes because it doesn't look like it pours out. It's like stiff, but let me know if you do. All right, so 30 grams, and then we're gonna do 150 water. And I'm gonna mix it, and I'm not gonna forget to mix it. Again, I got the spun tool. See, it's like so stiff. So I'm gonna try to dissolve this a little bit. So that it mixes with the flour more evenly. But I am very curious, like if it actually makes a difference or if flour just spreads. So I'm gonna wash my hands because I'm just, let's see. Take that back. Yes, I am. This is just turning into golden nuggets. It's not a commercial kitchen, so don't worry too much. So like cook for my family and don't sell my bread. Just don't feel like it's quite there to be like profiting off of quite yet. So we'll see in the future. Maybe I just quit my day job and bake bread and tend to my chickens. So, but not like in a tried wife kind of way, like, because I'm not a wife. For me, try the wife. I mean, good for you. Like, love a soft life. Somebody good and supportive. So we're gonna do same thing, 150 in flour. And I'm using white flour. I'm not using whole wheat anymore because that would just start to build, I think, more like whole wheat bread. Which I made one time, I just can't. It's too healthy for me. A little too rustic for my taste. 150 and going to mix. So I expected this to mix better. I'm very curious which one. Will do better. I think everything in my house is now covered with a layer of flour and water, or not water, but flour, dust. Water would be a little more concerning. Okay. I'm gonna get something to scrape out the corners. And there, just get all the dry flour out. But that. And then in about 8 to 12 hours, it should be beautiful and bubbly. And then start building our dough. Cool.